finally getting around to doing my go bag. And what I'm going to do is go through a list of a 72-hour kit for one person that I got when I was in the Emergency Reserve Corps, associated with the Medical Reserve Corps. Only certain towns specialized. So I volunteered and I was a secretary for a few years. So I did the minutes and, you know, as well as trainings and, you know, some workshops and things. And it was fun. It kept me busy and it kept me connected to the community because, you know, if you don't have kids in town, it's hard to connect to the community. So that was my little niche. So I'm going to go through the whole list and then suggest a go bag. SHTF bag. So if you have to like just take the bare essentials and get out of Dodge because of any situation, because you just never know what's around the corner, and I'm not anticipating it, but I don't like to be vulnerable and I like to be prepared. So I was showing this in my thumbnail. It's a life straw, and I got two. I got one for my son and one for myself, and then I gave him a backpack with some items, so he has his. And another like really good thing is this solar bank, so I got him one of these too. One thing I like about my solar bank is it has flashlights. One less thing to worry about, another flashlight. So that's a 2-in-1 deal. And I got him one of these. It has filters. It's really for like painting and stuff, but you just never know. You know, if there's irritants in the air, I'd wear it, and you know, along with this, and make sure that it's like tight around your eyes. I'm just gonna go through the list and then show you what I suggest as a quick, lighter, or easier, or some things you just gotta let go. Okay, the categories are first aid, toiletries, food, personal items, camping gear, pet equipment, clothing, and documents. No, yes, I'm going to read through everything in each category, then show everything in each category, and then suggest what I would take as only an absolute emergency. But again, that's for me, not you, but these are suggestions, and you can add whatever you want as well. So first aid stuff, bandages, different sizes, dressings, large rolls, gauze, small rolls, feminine products like tampons and pads, hurt-free tape for the gauze, Q-tips, antibacterial wipes, baby wipes, scissors, tweezers, safety pins, emergency blanket, cotton balls, rubber gloves, Benadryl for allergies, Neosporin, Betadine, I don't even know what that is, Tylenol, Advil, Pepto-Bismol. You know, those are suggestions. Other things I have in my first aid would, you know, I'll get into more depth later. So for toiletries, the list is toilet paper and something to keep it dry, like a Ziploc bag, tissues, toothpaste, toothbrush, small shampoo, mirror, mini sewing kit, baby wipes again, deodorant, comb, brush, Purell, face cloth, towel, soap. Those are suggestions. Let me see if I have anything different. Powder I put in mine. So another category that I think just to consider is like Ziploc baggies for medications, if you take medications, and Ziploc baggies for your toilet paper, and fire starters as well as lighters, just to keep them waterproof. What's suggested here is like a peanut butter container, or any container with a lid that's waterproof, and you put your matches and lighters in those. Okay, next category, personal items, glasses, feminine hygiene, deck of cards, pens, paper, pencil, puzzle books, small games, book, Bible. I have survival little books, survival guide. Alright, so next category, camping gear, container to store water, funnel for water, can opener, small flashlight, headlamp, lights, batteries, or candle lamps, compass, whistle, jackknife, duct tape, plastic bags, hot pad, Scout cook set, fork, knife, spoon, bowl. I think, to save space, you just use like a tin cup for everything. Tarp or shower curtain would work if you don't have one. Illumination sticks, the ones you break. Clock, hammer, camp stove, fuel for stove. Chair, if you want to lug it around. Sleeping bags, blankets, pillow, rope, shovel, axe, wind-up radio, or cell phone charger. Next category is pets. For your pets, you will need a picture to identify your pet. That's what our Reserve Corps specialized in. We would go to the fairs and take pictures of people with their pets and put the name and print out the owner's name and maybe vital information. And you put it, would laminate it, I think, and attach it. You attach that to the pet carrier, and that way, the pet is easily identified and the owner would be found easily in an emergency situation like a shelter or something that allows pets. So, water, food dishes, food in a tight waterproof container, crate for sleeping, vaccines, papers, microchip information, medication, water, like a gallon, purifying pills, plastic bags for waste removal, litter box that fits into a crate, and supply of litter, proper fitting collars, leashes, and pet first aid kit. Of course, that would be like if the pet needs medication, you bring that too. Alright, for clothing, suggestions are bandana, bright. So if you're lost, that can be used to find you. Scarves, hat, gloves, wool sweater, fleece, turtleneck, shirt, sweatpants, 3 pairs of socks, 1 set of underwear, t-shirt, shorts, hiking boots, spare shoes, rain suit, jacket. So I would change that up and just have like long underwear and extra panties. Anyway, okay, for the food section, suggestions are gallon of water, water pills, instant soups, jar of peanut butter, box of saltines, can of vegetables, packets of tuna, chicken, salmon, any meat, Spam, instant foods, you know, that you add water to, like mashed potatoes packets or oatmeal or, you know, survival foods that you just add water. Beef jerky, pepperoni, dried fruit, nuts, raisins, box of cereal, granola bars, cookies for treats if you want them, hot chocolate tea, of course, instant coffee, powdered lemonade, or like Tang. Tang used to have vitamins and stuff, but also like malted milk will have vitamins, or like Carnation instant breakfast is good. So for copies of documents, next category would be birth, marriage certificates, social security cards, passports, credit cards, immunization booklet, wills, insurance policies for house, car, yourself, title for a car, cash, and change too, like rolls of quarters and stuff. And a prepaid phone card would help, because so you could just add money to your phone. So these are suggestions. People can tweak this any way they want. And here goes. I'm just going to show the items that I have. This is a large first aid kit. There's cough medicine, cold and flu medicine for night and day, an example of gauze pads, some tape, medical tape, cough drops, that's about the same. In this emergency kit is a heat blanket for shock, a poncho, which would fit in the clothing category. These are Band-Aids and probably triple antibiotic cream. We have, this is food. This I got when I was with the Medical Reserve Corps. These are towelettes, chlorine towelettes. These are safety sticks, water purification tablets. We got respirator masks, a whistle, that's for safety, a lighter, and your credentials if you have them. This is just a suggestion. So I also have a smaller first aid kit. This would be an emergency one. First aid cream and small Band-Aids and larger, all different size Band-Aids. So that's pretty much all that has. But I suggest aspirin. This is if you have, this is old, it's been in my go bag. Hydrogen peroxide and alcohol. Those are good for, first aid kits. I have a thermometer. So next would be toiletries. So a little mouthwash, a little toothpaste. This is a sunblock for your lips. This also is good. It's like medicated oral gel if you have a toothache. This blocks sun, but it also protects your skin. This protects your skin. This is a anti-itch spray, antihistamine. This is for skin issues, psoriasis, anti-itch cream, anti-acid, more aspirin. Those are suggestions. But also I have for toiletries, small shampoos, camp soap for dishes with a small sponge, deodorant, skin cream with aloe, small baby powder, because there's a big baby powder, but also Q-tips and cotton balls. And this is a salt deodorant. Doesn't have anything harmful. Okay. So yeah, more Q-tips, Band-Aids, a mirror, feminine hygiene items, toilet paper. So here's a face scrubby washcloth. They suggest a towel. So these I like for an emergency, baby wipes. Next category is the things you want to keep dry, like your fire starters. I have these manual ones. Your survival guide would need to be kept dry, paper. These are, you know, another survival tip guide. Assess your situation. Your next move. You gotta have a plan. Here's also first aid CPR booklet. Maps you'd want to keep dry. And of course, I think everybody should have that on them. I think everyone should have one of these because things will get crazy, supposedly. And keep that dry. Next category is camping gear. I have a tarp with some rope because you'll need to hang that up. I also have twine. Now, I do have a tent, but in an emergency situation, I'll just use rope and a tarp, I guess. And you want duct tape. Comes in handy for everything. There's the shovel. You need plastic bags. Of course, your life straw, binoculars. These are very large, but I also have small ones. I have my solar charger because I will probably try my phone. I do have a Faraday bag as well if it's too crazy. That is a breathing apparatus. With eye goggles. Also, you want protection. I have pepper spray. I have a few, and those would have to be kept dry as well. So here's my gadget with pliers, bottle opener, or is that a can? Yeah, both can opener and bottle opener. Phillips head screwdriver, standard screwdriver, a little saw with a ruler, a small blade, even smaller one, a larger screwdriver, and another opener, bottle opener. This, yeah. So those come in handy. I have quite a few of those. This one has a corkscrew. This is from New Year's. It's a nice big screwdriver, and I think this one has a nail file. That's a dollar store item. But here's another one. You get the picture. They're pretty much all the same. I got a few of those because I got different bags. I have a large bag with a compass. This large bag has a compass and a thermometer, magnifying glass, and a whistle. And some fingernail clips. This one is another type. This is just a regular backpack. Smaller backpack. I might bring one or two. And just like another one. So it wouldn't hurt to have a small toolbox. Also, I don't know what you could do with that, but these two might come in handy. I have a gallon of water for the pets. And I have plastic baggies for the waste. And what I need to do is set up a small bag of litter. So my cat has his collar with his rabies tag. And you know, here's his food in a waterproof container. So for clothes, it's suggested to have 3 pairs of socks. So I have a very long one, medium, and small. I also have panties and some like army pants with pockets everywhere. They're old. T-shirt, long underwear, and the raincoat is in my first aid kit. That's all you need. Some people just get obsessed with having clothes and they get weighed down. So here's a small bag that you put your clothes in. So I'm going to put my underwear, t-shirt, socks, so it suggests shorts as well, so I'm wearing shorts, so I'll just add that. So this is an example. You don't want too many clothes. You just keep folding it. Fold. I'll let the air out. I think any air. Get all the air out. Fold it down. And then just clip it. So that's supposed to be watertight. It's like tent material. I mean, it's supposed to be good. Here's a small bag and a medium size. Well, about the same size as the green one. So that covers the clothing. Now I'm going to put other things that I don't want to get wet in a Ziploc baggie. So it's pretty compact. Got it to fit. You don't want to be weighed down with a lot. Something else to consider, maybe a smaller one, but a sharpening stone for your little tools, your knives. You know, that's good. I'd get a smaller one maybe. Or maybe you could even use a rock out in nature. Don't ask me, I'm just suggesting. Also, if I were to go in a hurry, I would consider bringing these packets of tuna and salmon, and there's probably little cans of chicken, some instant energy, some nuts and berries, these are craisins, and powdered milk, oatmeal packets. These are all suggestions. I have juice boxes as well, crackers and peanut butter, containers of applesauce. Instant coffee is great. Tea bags, I got a whole bunch of different kinds. Maybe a couple of these because they get heavy. If you have a life straw, you're okay, I guess. But if you don't want to be weighed down, or you know, someone takes your food or something, it's always good to have multivitamins. That's what I think works for myself. And in the worst case scenario, also, I would put your documents like your birth certificate, social security card, or, you know, all those important documents in this baggie as well. And, or maybe a separate one. Just in case I'd have more than one copy and the originals, and maybe keep the originals on your body. So let's just hope things go better in the country and we don't ever need our go bags. But if there was any need to evacuate, it could be any reason, man-made or, nature. At least you have an idea of what to do and what to bring. And it's always good to have one ready, or just make a list. Have a list so that you can just go through it and check it if you don't have a lot of time to evacuate or something. And I emphasize if it's a dangerous situation, which it could be, try to have something to protect yourself. I do have pepper spray. If your will to survive is stronger than other people, then you're gonna bring weapons, of course. And just be cognizant of other people having them too. And it's better to, have a tribe, but that's not always possible, I guess. That's why they say get to know your neighbors. It's a good idea to get to know your neighbors and have a tribe possibly, if you can. So if you did have to evacuate, you'd know what neighbors to stick with. So good luck and be safe. So good luck and be safe. It's probably a good idea to have something to cook in. So this is a little camping set, and this doubles as a plate and a lid. And I know they make silverware that's conjoined and smaller, and that's probably a good idea to purchase, just so they're all together and all in one place. All right. Something important to remember is to have coffee, tea, and honey. I have powdered milk in my go bag too. So here's an example of some nice work gloves, and suggested to have is some disposable rubber gloves. So here's a good little sewing kit, just in case your clothes get torn. Some buttons, little mini scissors, thread, there's needles, pin cushion, everything. Good to have a watch if your cell phone isn't working. This one's digital, but my other ones need batteries. Some other good things to have are this crank up weather radio and regular radio. You have to crank it to make it work. This is also a weather radio, and it's a flashlight, and it cranks up. There's the handle. Just flips up and you wind it, and it charges the internal battery. This one, you just turn it that way. You just turn it. Okay. Here's also a high-powered light, good to have. It has a hook, very high-powered. It has different features. It blinks. It has a very large one. And if you have a traditional flashlight, just be sure you have batteries and make sure you have backup and that you keep them dry. So yes, you'll need batteries if you use a traditional flashlight.